Y'all hear that out there? They cutting grass, weed eating everything. It rain outside. If it ain't raining, it's too damn to be cutting grass. But it's raining outside. Anyway, I'm finally getting in my normal stage now. After this stage, shit, I should be ready. Down there, everybody should be ready to make a move. Then this is my normal stage. I hate that goofy stage. It takes so long for it to go away. You only gotta deal with it though after quitting a bad drug. Well, me anyway. Anyway, God want me to say something. Y'all listen. I ain't that smart, never have been. So when I say something that sounds intelligent, you better know that God said it or Jesus said something like higher up said it. Because I'm their vessel. You know what I'm saying? That's why I gotta stay off that fine line. So is all the chosen. This situation I'm in, y'all, God foretold me about it. He told me the ending of it too. And I ain't told that. I told it once, but I lost it. It was doing Facebook. I ain't been on Facebook in a couple years. But I just told it then to remind myself. Because when he was talking to me at that moment, it was a long conversation. It was the longest time I spent with God. That's how I know the difference between God and Jesus. Jesus was there though. Jesus always everywhere God at. Me and Jesus both. Hold on. I hear him now. Anyway, um, I can pretty much guarantee you that all 144,000 is going through the exact same thing. And I was listening to I've been butchered her name. I can't say her name, but she said something smart. She was like, everybody turned, like I had to cut people off at the same window of time because everybody's attitude switched off at the same window of time. Now, I'm finna prove to y'all that the rapture is real. Y'all gonna be like, y'all gonna look around at each other and like, wow, it's that simple, it's that simple. Most of the hardest things in the world for us to figure out, when I asked God about it over there, it was so simple. I said, I'd never tell nobody. It's like, if we can't figure that out, what are we doing with our time? Like I said, I went to, out of all the stuff I was doing wrong in my life, I ain't even go to hell for that. That I knew I was doing wrong. I went to hell for something totally different. There's an analyst, y'all. I don't know if it's every Monday or every 2 weeks or every other week of Monday. But I know for a fact there's spiritual analyst that comes to check everything in our bodies. And like when I was dipping into different drugs, they would monitor my liver for a long. That's how I know. For a long time, I got tired of it. But anyway, let's get this show started again. All right, y'all. All right, that's 144,000, right? Each and every last one of them going through the same thing I'm going through. My neighborhood is very small. There ain't that many people. Probably ain't nothing but 20 people in my neighborhood. I'm talking about none at the moment. So everywhere else is a lot bigger. A lot bigger. So all right, you see, like the young lady had said, she was like, groups of people, families, yeah. So, all right, I'll take these families, okay? All right. I'm just giving you a rough estimate. Let's say it's 17 people. And this ain't even including their families, okay? But there's 17 consistent people in my energy throwing, uh, um, basically getting in my way, hindering me, trying to stop me, trying to kill me, get rid of me, whatever. And y'all must understand, this is signed off by God Himself too. But it's like, I think what God told me was like, each chosen one got to go through so much hardship in a lifetime, in this lifetime, before they can have a decent life. So that should give all y'all hope if y'all in my situation. I know y'all is. Okay? You take 144,000 times 17. Now I'm just saying, for my area and for the individuals, I pretty much know that has something to do with not including their families. So you really gotta do, it's really gonna have to be 144,000 times however many it is all together, but I wouldn't know that because I don't know how many in the family or whatever that had something to do with my situation. But if you times that 144,000, whatever this other number is, which is gonna be a lot more than 17 probably. uh, that's a good bit of the world, ain't it? That's a good bit of the world. And I'm pretty sure the chosen ones is in every part of the world, every corner. So they gonna y'all rapture right there. I mean, you look at it in reality. You can't keep looking at stuff like the Bible and all that. They just books. It's really for a way for us to understand it and remember it. But at the end of the day, this is Earth. It ain't gonna get no higher than 5D at the moment anyway. So, there go your answer. I know a lot of people ain't gonna like. You ain't gonna like what I'm about to tell you. I don't even want to tell you this. But I'm gonna say it because God want me to say it. But now you got aliens, right? We got aliens, spaceships and all that, and that's what we say. Now, I just like going along with everybody, but through my knowledge, extraterrestrial are people of color, black people. Extraterrestrial, extra means when you got extra basically gives extra, I ain't gonna say chromosome, but extra, that make you different from the other races. And terrestrial, it's like a territory thing. But anyway, it's like wherever you come from, you reflect your extraterrestrial being. You reflect wherever you come from. So what did they mean when they said go to 5D? Okay, world, we in 3D. It's time for us to go 5D. What did they mean? I hate to say this part, but it's really meaning like people of color need to start leading the way. I know this shit gonna start riots and wars, but that ain't what I'm trying to start here, y'all. Really, y'all can smooth. Really, it ain't. You shouldn't even look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? Not at all, cause my game plan from when I was young, starting businesses and shit. I was always putting my businesses, I would have put them in a white man's name anyway. So, because they was always good with paperwork. They always good with your finances. They always good with stuff that I'm even guilty of it that I don't want to do for myself. I just like to be building, maintenance engineer, or whatever. That's fine, man. Because the money gone. It's gonna be so much money between the CEO and the owner. It don't matter. So, but you can really fade it out like that. But by the time 5D hit, we'll all be getting old, moving on. We trying to pave a way for the youth. Now, it's beyond us as human beings. We talking about for the future. Yeah. So, it's like racism. All the stuff that we've been leaning on for financial support is irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? We in 5D now. You know what I'm saying? It's scary because the government know about all this stuff. The government know about the situation of all the chosen one. Like I said, even God himself signed off on these things. And their job is to let up when God say let up. And they know when to let up. So, I'm really trying to say a lot in a small window of time. I ain't really feeling it. But, how and God giving us all the opportunity as a world to see how a person without a soul act. And you see my twin, everybody got something dramatic to say about her, but as soon as I met her, I knew she didn't have a soul. And that's what God want all y'all discerning, all y'all to be able to see, especially if you claim you got a discerning spirit and you any kind of conscious of any kind of fashion form. You gotta be able to notice when somebody ain't got no soul. But thankfully, I was born in an area where people were giving up their soul long before I was born. Anyway, if you sign this paper, if you look at everybody who signed this paper, and these people wasted all their money and income and their stuff on a chosen one, which Satan and God knew they was gonna lose that battle. They sold their souls and all. So you talk to these people. You know, like me, I know these people from growing up. And that's why it was so easy for me to cut them off because I didn't know them no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm the kind of person that I talk to your soul anyway. I don't talk to you. And when I went up to these people, whatever their lustful desires was, whatever they thorn in their flesh was, whatever their flaw was, it magnified, greatly. And I knew then I wasn't going to deal with it. And like one of my closest friends, he got a sex problem, and he was one of he probably didn't never consider me being that close, but I was close to him like that. And I seen how wicked he had become, and he didn't even notice it. And he's the kind of person that would notice it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I was so close with him, because he was the only thing that I could come across that was close to my standards in this area. And when I seen that he done really flipped, like this guy was a great mechanic and everything. You know what I'm saying? One of the best. And I mean, when I talked to him, it's like he didn't even know what certain stuff was on the car, and it was like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Certain things was off about him. They shouldn't have been off. Period. Like, like my teacher told me that about you'll forget how to walk before you forget how to box. I mean, how to box. You know what I'm saying? So it's like one of those things. Like, how could you forget that? It ain't a disease out there that'll make you forget such a thing. So, like I said, if you add that up, that's a great, because it says 8 billion people in the world. A lot of them just copycats anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? Karmas ain't going no further. But you cut 8 billion down to about, I say about, I don't know, probably 200, 300 million. And then you got 144,000 times 17 or even more. That's pretty much summing it up, y'all. You get what I'm saying? We're finna get ready to go home and shit. And like, all of the chosen ones, if I ain't mistaken, they probably ain't scared of death. They probably don't mind if they got rich or died. It probably ain't no different from them like it is to me, because we know where we going. We got our soul. If we didn't have our soul, I wouldn't be on here talking to you like this. You know what I mean? And that's why it's sad in me. God don't want to keep me doing this. I don't want to do it. I've been wanting to quit. But God keep me doing it. Even though they blacklist me, put me in whatever they be doing. They ain't supposed to be doing that, no chosen. They ain't supposed to do that to me, period. But for them to still be doing it, lets you know how corrupt the world is. Because hell, they prepare for 5D. They put the poles up and everything for 5D. You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, but you need 5D is basically science and spirituality in one now. So you ain't gonna be able to do that. You did your job. Now it's time for the color folk to do their job. But hey, y'all gotta wake up first. And you don't need it. Just because I said that don't mean you need to go up there and go to war with these people. You don't know how to do their job. You gotta go from the bottom. You gotta start from the bottom. You gotta learn how to get a business, revenue, money. That's why I stress the revenue and money out so bad. And I'm glad I don't hear many black folks talking about bad no more. Lord have mercy, that's embarrassing. Cause man, even if you revenue in 5, 600 dollars, you know, this is something. Like I ain't revenuing shit. Like they took everything. Took my name. When they took my name, it was a rap. Then, you know what I'm saying? When they took my name, it was a rap then. But that's what they had to do. They had to take my name. And I know all these people. And this whatever deal they signed and the strategic moves they had to move to even get it done, my people ain't able to do that. Okay? I mean, they smart, they intelligent people, don't get me wrong, but they're not gonna put that kind of time in something so irrelevant, basically. And for them to even did that, it was also a red flag. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, you did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't even. I wouldn't. A lot of these people, it don't rich or poor, it don't matter. They even do a lot of that. So whoever even told them, sat them down and said this, that was the devil right there. That was the devil. But the devil, what they say about the devil, he good at strategic. Strategizing or something. He's great at it. It's like one of his gifts. It's like every time somebody said, "But what if this? But what about this? But what if this?" He had an answer for every time, everything, everything. I was like, "Oh wow!" They sat there and talked to the devil, signed a paper with the devil and everything. And you know that was intentional. You know what I'm saying? That was intentional. Just that alone gonna bring the population down. Because I mean, rather the government do bad with the chosen one or good with the chosen, if they do good by the chosen one, obviously a lot of I ain't trying to be funny now, but it's gonna be a lot of lost head count after that because it was just in this little bitty town. I know for a fact I had 17 people consistently on me, and their families was involved, including my family. You know what I'm saying? So that's a lot, y'all. So you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's how you gotta look at it. And from dying so many times and going over there, and I take this little trip from hell to heaven and come back to earth. After doing that 2 or 3 times, I figured I seen how certain things gonna always be the same. Like ain't nothing gonna change about it, bro. Like earth is a test for us, and it's a test that we gotta pass in order to elevate to the next um, evolution of our life, not just on earth. I'm talking about with the other um, dimensions and stuff. So when you look at earth, so for people to be uh, trying so hard to do this on earth alone is already mind blowing because it's like half these people are already about to die. It's like, okay, you don't want to get right with God. That's how you know that. That's another way you know their soul gone. You know what I'm saying? Because they just be, like I said, when you first start sinning, even uh, people who do porn or prostitute that's comfortable with it, when they first started doing it, go back and ask all of them. They gonna all tell you, yeah, I ain't like it at first for a while. It took a while to get used to it. No, it took a while for God to sear your heart. Once He seared your heart, your soul wasn't there no more to take that torture. See, when you poison your body, you hurt your ancestors, and that's why I would limit the drugs I would put in. Cause I knew I was doing something, but I just learned this yesterday. I ain't gonna lie, my ancestors, my grandma actually just told me this, cause she just told me about my brother that passed. How I made him sick one time, but and I was like, oh, I knew it, but I didn't know it. So when we put poison, I ain't talking about reefer, but when we put poison in our body, uh, rather it's sexual, y'all know what it is, quit flexing, you know what I'm saying? It ain't always gotta be a drug. But the ancestors feel it. See, semen over there is a chemical, and it's gotta be used. But the frequently way of we using it on Earth is not the way it's supposed to be used. What that means is they finna give you a monitor now. You finna have a spiritual monitor or something like that. Yeah, and that person, that angel or demon, whichever one it's gonna be, is gonna report back to God or Satan and let them know, okay, this is what they're doing, this is what they're doing, they keep doing too much of. And not only that, you're gonna be making whoever your right hand people, your guardians are, you're gonna be making them sick, literally. Like how you feel when you do a drug and you coming off the drug, you gotta go back and get another drug because you know, well, they feel like that immediately when you take the drug. I hope they put this out, y'all. And I hope everybody get to see it. Happy Mother's Day. I almost forgot about it because I ain't got no women around me. Um, um, I just want to say this. I'm tired of saying it. I ain't gonna say it, but one more time. When I say twin, when I say emperor and empress and energy, y'all, I know darn well there's somebody around you that knows what I'm talking about. They can correct you. Y'all need to quit thinking I'm talking about a physical. That's the whole purpose of us saying energy behind it. When we say energy behind it, we letting you know, like my twin, she was an emperor, but she was clearly a female, but she was an emperor. You see how she act? Oh, show all tensed up and stuff, talking all deep and shit. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. She was more masculine than I was. That's emperor, okay? And I was an empress to her. Now, on the opposite, whoever this next person to be, it'd probably be the opposite. I'll be the emperor, and the female be the empress. And then if that don't work, go back. That person gonna be the emperor, and I'm gonna be the emperor. You get what I'm saying? So I really didn't want to have to say that. I know it's out of pocket, but I'm just getting tired of the youth, the younger people messing that up, trying to be funny and make excuses for you being on the down low. Because really, people who say people on the down low that don't even know them and ain't never met them a day in their life, ain't never seen them or nothing in person, for you to even say that about somebody, you the one that's on the down low. I would never in my life fix my mouth to say something about like that about anybody, period, really. But if I had it around my mouth and I was the kind of person that loved to gossip, I still wouldn't say that. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said about the pillow, you take a pillow, you cut it open, you dump all the feathers out in the road. You can't go back and put all them feathers in there when you do that to somebody's name and you ain't got no clarity about it. It's a lot of people that done clone me pretty much. It's a lot of people out there looking like me doing homosexual stuff. And that's for your discerning spirit, not mine. Because at the end of the day, I already know I'm good. You know what I'm saying? If I was in your face, I'd pull my pants down and show it to you. Shit. For real, because I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I was misused as a child. I was abused and misused as a child that didn't know right from wrong in that department. So when I understood right from wrong, I chilled out, got my life together. It took about 10, 15 years to clear my head of all that toxic behavior and stuff. And then I spread it